This is Brett Waltemath of Star Watch Media here at the BraveHeart Women Awards Precious Gems Red Carpet Gala event in Los Angeles, California. Sharon, you're receiving the Courage Award this evening at the BraveHeart Women's Awards. You have an absolutely incredible story that deserves to be told, and we'd like to hear from no one other than you to tell your story.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm receiving the Courage Award tonight, and it's really an amazing honor, and sometimes a little bit surreal for sharing my story about ovarian cancer and survivorship, and to be celebrated for that. It's just, I'm celebrating being alive, and just to be awarded and honored for sharing my story is really extraordinary, and I'm very humbled by it. And so Bald is Beautiful is my mission to create some ovarian cancer awareness, but also expand social notions of beauty and femininity, empower women to define that for themselves on their own terms, and live a healthy, activated mind, body, spirit lifestyle. And I have a website at baldisbeautiful.org, and people write to me from all over the world and share with me their stories and ask me questions, and I do outreach work in cyberspace in that way, and I also do spokesperson appearances and face-to-face. I've also done some chemo buddy work, and where I've gone with someone to chemo or taken them to get their hair cut to make it a joyful experience so that they can remember it in a positive way instead of as something that was sorrowful and tragic, but something that was actually even fun.
Trying to really bring positive light on an essentially very negative experience.
Encourage women to embrace every part of the journey, because we really need every cell of our body to be self-loving at that time and self-nurturing. So we're going through it already, and we need to kind of help our body at a cellular level even to be behind us in a self-loving way.
For you, and for women that are recently diagnosed with cancer, what advice do you have for them? For those that have been that do get diagnosed with cancer, what advice can you provide for them?
In terms of the diagnosis, I always information is powerful, and it can be very it can be empowering in terms of being proactive in terms of your own health care. So I always encourage women to, when they get a diagnosis, to take a breath first of all, because it can be extraordinarily devastating to hear those words. So take a breath, and then get information. If you need to get a second opinion as well, get a second opinion, or even a third or a fourth. I went through 4 ultimately. So getting as much information as possible is really important. And then the primary thing is to really tune in and proceed in a way that is resonant with you. Like, some people just only do Western medicine, and that's fine. I did a lot of alternative complementary therapies, and I did the kind of everything and the kitchen sink approach is how I call it. And that's what worked for me. And the most important thing, no matter what, is to be at peace with the choices you make for your health, and so that your whole medical team is all energetically supporting your choice, including yourself in your body, to be supporting the choices you're making.
What was for you from your diagnosis all the way through from your diagnosis all the way through your journey with ovarian cancer? What was the greatest thing that you took from the experience? Probably the greatest thing that you learned through that experience?
It's interesting. There's so many. It's hard to encapsulate in one thing, but definitely the most important thing I found was to really, truly learn to identify and to define yourself from the inside out. My motto is, I'll always smile from the inside out, so that no matter what's happening in your life, that you are making choices for yourself from a very loving, compassionate, self-nurturing place, and that can carry you through almost every experience, I think.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for the time, and congratulations on your honor this evening, and for a wonderful organization. Thank you so much. Congratulations.